I was asked to be part of a group to address racism and the lack of voices at the table. I asked, why me? The person said, to be honest, you check all the boxes. At first I was hurt, then angry. The courage to say yes came from my intense feelings and the strength of the Holy Spirit. I am more than boxes on a piece of paper, and because you are more than boxes on a piece of paper, with the help of the Holy Spirit, it gives me the courage to continue this work.
No matter where in the ELCA it happens to be it church-wide training, seminary, or my current synod, the GMS, I have often been called the name of at least 5 or 6 different African-American female pastors. People will often act like it's a lottery and not hurtful when they just pick a name of one of the black pastors and hope that they get lucky. No matter the different hue, hairstyle, or texture, height, or body size, the message that is being conveyed is you are not important enough to be remembered, as all black women are the same or inconsequential. There are things that we certainly have in common, but we are distinctive and unique as our DNA. And I no longer say, oh, it's okay, or try and make others feel okay about what they've said. I offer my name and church affiliation, or I don't, and say I'm not that person, depending on how many times it has happened that particular time.
About 5 years ago, I was called to attend a Deconstructing Racism seminar conducted by Pastor Marilyn and Dr. Joyce. This seminar helped me to realize all the privileges that I have had during my life. This has stirred a passion in me to participate in anti-racism activities. In particular, I attended a march in Oconomowoc to protest the police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. This is the first time that I ever publicly protested and stood up for the rights of others, and felt in my heart that I knew that I needed to do more to overcome injustices in our communities.
Have you had an experience, either negative or positive, that gives you the courage to fight for equality and justice in the church?
I've had a negative experience. When I was in school, I was sitting at my lunch table, playing with my friends, hanging out, and I got called out for something we were doing. My lunch table is mostly white kids, so yeah, and then I got written up and sent to the office in lunch detention. But then I stood up for myself and I told my mom about it. She told the principal, and then we got all of that away because it was racism.
So it wasn't you who did it?
Yeah, because it's just not fair for everyone.
My church broadcast the service through a local radio station. Not even a year into my call, the owner of the radio station and I had a meeting. He suggested that I should consult with him about the content of my sermons, to which I said no. And he ended the meeting with a threat. Pastor, if you don't change your message, we're gonna have problems. I looked him in the eye, smiled, and said, well, then I guess we'll have problems. I am called to preach the gospel, and the gospel challenges notions of power. This is a powerful man that felt uncomfortable with the gospel message. He was trying to silence me. And in the name of God, I am not doing that.
Finding courage for this work has been an ongoing prayer and journey for me. At this point in the journey, I received courage from 3 places. First, God's vision for unity and diversity, and Jesus' call to love God and neighbor as ourselves, that the world can be renewed and reconciled. Second, my children. This is Aliliwa. They are mixed race. They give me courage as I see how they have to struggle in this world much more than I do. And that struggle reminds me that I have no reason to not engage in this work, and every reason to engage. And third, I receive courage from others who are doing the work with me. We are not alone.
And similarly, I also find courage in this work in 3 places. The first from Jesus, the life that he lived on earth, calling us to live equally and lovingly and in wondrous variety. Secondly, seeing those who have come before us, who have dedicated their lives to doing the work, and those who are actively doing this work today. And thirdly, when I see injustices that happen to my friends, my community. I'm a nurse and I see it happen to my patients. Or even when injustices happen to me, my righteous anger compels me to speak and act.